Alright, so try number 2 of recording this. Every time I tried recording this, it didn't pick up my mic, so hopefully this works, but we'll try. Philly traded their number 1 QB, Carson Wentz. The move was expected as of now, but I've really just speculated about the rumors and became less and less interested in the rumors, and because all of them just started to just not be true, or at least it'd go from one extreme to another. It'd go from all of the trade offers to none of the trade offers, to some trade offers to little to none, to a lot of interested teams, to like 2 interested teams, to 3, to 2, to 3, to Philly expects this, Philly's going to get this, then this, then this. It's such a big ordeal that I just got bored with it. And I didn't know when the day would actually come, but it was 2 days ago. No, that's 2 days ago. Today. It was today. I'm pretty sure. I've been off this week, so I'm so mixed up. But not only that, Jackson's gone. And that sucks to see such a guy leave again. But Deshaun was injured for a lot of his time here. It sucks to see him go, but it had to happen. It was a cap casualty. Philly's going to eat so much dead cap, they should have just waited to post June 1st. Oh, they really should have waited, I think. Although I don't know for sure what his post June 1st would have looked like. But they just ate so much dead cap. I am going to do a spot track thing at the end of this, where I just do moves and with the team and see how the cap ends up and see if I can get us above what would happen. But looking at team, now you've got to put in Hurts. Let's face it, Hurts is not, I don't know. Just people are saying, oh, we're going to draft a quarterback with the 6th pick. And looking at the Wentz trade, we got a 2nd this year and a 3rd this year and a conditional 2nd next year. That could be a 1st if he plays a certain number of snaps, I think. Or no. I think if he dressed a certain amount of games. But sucks that both of them had to go, but I kind of leaped into my next thought without actually progressing to it. And I've heard a lot of rumors and people saying we draft a quarterback. No. Especially not in the 1st, because they're saying get a quarterback to compete with him. Okay, get maybe a 3rd, 4th round guy, maybe a 2nd, even though that's pushing it. Don't get a 1st, or else that's not a competition. You don't get a quarterback in the 1st to compete. You get a quarterback in the 1st to be your starter, most times, or at some point be your starter in your plans. You don't just get him and pick him up just to compete with a second year 2nd round guy and potentially not even win, or potentially destroy your 2nd round guy. So you're like, we just traded a quarterback and then had the guy we had someone compete with get destroyed, and is now our 2nd round guy. He doesn't seem very happy, and there's so much unthought of stuff that could happen, or very many variables that could happen, that's a bad idea. And then you look at a lot more that could happen with that 6th pick. They could go receiver. Smith could fall to them and they go receiver and get the former Heisman and AP Player of the Year. Or they could snag Chase. Jamar Chase from LSU. They also could snag. They could trade down, which I'm hoping they do. They could trade down maybe to around the 10th pick. And then grab maybe a linebacker of Notre Dame named Jeremiah Usu-Koromoa. They could sit at 6 and potentially have a quarterback by the name, or a linebacker by the name of Parsons be there. He's probably going to be there. But looking at and Nate Sudfeld's supposed to go. Or at least I think he's going to go. So then you got to bring in a vet quarterback for cheap. Maybe like a Matt Barkley you could probably get, or a Brian Hoyer, or a Brett Hundley. Because those guys have been in the league for a while now, if not more. And they've got experience. So you could bring them in, and boom. You've got something there. Carson Wentz is gone. I covered that. Deshaun. Sucks to see him go. Now there's no vet level receivers, so get someone like... Who are the free agents? And the quarterbacks I stated earlier are only projected free agents, so they're not confirmed free agents, at least as far as I know. Same thing with these receivers that I'm about to talk about. You can bring in maybe Amendola's probably going to retire. He could be an option, though. Danny Amendola. You could grab a Mohamed Sanu, a Tavon Austin, to be that vet guy to sit in there and help teach. You could also get maybe a just saw Matt Collins. That's like the opposite of what you want to bring in. There's not many big receivers you could bring in that are older vet guys right now, but are still young enough to give you some production. I mean, AJ Green's up there, but you're going to have to pay him, and he's 33, and he's going to miss playing time. You've also got your Larry Fitzgerald, who's projected, though I think he'll get re-signed one more time and then retire. It sucked to see him go. Fitzgerald's a third of the reason I got in the NFL back in 2011. Anyways. Yeah, sorry, there was background noise earlier for like a couple seconds, but somebody decided to play music. Anyways. They're gonna need a vet here somewhere. They can't just rely on Goodwin to be that one guy to teach everybody up. And if I'm not mistaken, he's young too. So he's not... He can't be over 30 as far as I know. I could be wrong. But looking at like how this team's gonna be built, Jannard Avery's getting moved back to linebacker. I get why they're doing it. I hope he develops, because if not, he's going to be the same 3-4 linebacker that came here before. And if they're going to keep running a 4-3 scheme, he should not be having very much success, at least in his first season or two. But the cap floor just got announced at 180 at the least, which is good. Very good. Also, the Panthers dropped another 3 players to open up cap space. They dropped their defensive tackle Short, former Pro Bowler. What else did they drop? Trey Boston and was it Stephen Weatherly? Yeah. And then looking at Philly right now. I tried to do one of these last week and I messed it up. I'm glad I didn't post that one because that one was kind of bad. And this one with the new moves, it'll be easier to do. So we'll see how it goes. This is definitely going to be a shorter podcast episode too. I'm expecting around 20 minutes, 25 minutes. I'm fine with that today. Even with the big headlines and the speculation, there's not much to talk about. That and I kind of condensed it in a way. But with the draft coming up in 2 months, 3 months, it'll be fun to see what happens. And the Combine's coming up soon too. I can't wait for that. But let's do this now. Currently 62 players on this roster. What do I do first? I'm thinking. I'm in deep thinking right now. Trade Zach Ertz. Who's got something to trade for that'll be interesting? Looking through Pittsburgh, no, not much. I want to trade him for Chase Claypool. I don't think that's going to happen. I would love to trade him for Chase Claypool right here and now, but I'm not going to. I'm very tempted by the move. I'll say they trade him for... I wish I could trade for picks here. I really do. But I can't. So let's say Zach Ertz goes for picks. Let's say he goes for a third. Now you've got a dead cap of $7.7 million. Now you have negative 40 cap space, which I think that opened up. Traded Zach Ertz and saved $4.7 million. And then cut. Nope, I'm not. Wait. Yeah, let's not cut Malik Jackson, because that would end up with a negative cap savings. So let's say they trade Malik for maybe like a fifth. And they would save negative 7.9 million. Great. Great. Just wonderful. Alshon's also going. Let's say they trade him for a seventh. Oh, great. Save negative 2. Save about 4 million negative. Hold on, let me look at free agents. Bring back Boston Scott, Cameron Johnston, Alex Singleton, Cravon. Cut Matt Leo. Wait, what? What did that do? Oh, it just cut him. Cut Matt Leo. Let's say they give Boston 900,000 or 900K. Give Cameron Johnston what? Around 900, because that's higher than the partner they brought in. Alex Singleton. I want to look up his contract, because now I want to. Oh, he's making. How much is he making? $675. So let's say $750. And then Cravon. $910, so let's say $1 million. Actually $950. $950, $1 million. I'll just go $950. So cut the other punter, cut Sipos, whatever. If I could sort this by position, that'd be great. Well, let me. Let's say they restructure Fletcher Cox, but don't cut him. Same with Lane, because Lane's getting there in age. Alright, getting down to we're around 40 million in debt again. So they restructure Rick Lovato. That did nothing. Hold on, how many tight ends? So now you've got Goddard, Wilson, Tyree Jackson. Yeah. Only 3. I expected more. So they trade Derek Barnett for a 4th. At best, a 4th. It is down to 31 million. Right now, total savings is 15,194,500. Okay. Why is Jack Driscoll labeled as a guard? Let's say they also trade J. Jaw. Just, let's say a 6th. Honestly, I think he deserves somewhere to go. Because he's not getting those chances in Philly. Okay, I saved a bit. Trade Avante for a 6th. And you can't actually trade picks, so I'm just writing down the picks that I think they'd go for. Cut Herbig. Just because Herbig struggled last season, I don't think he'd be here. This is tough. So they also restructured Goodwin. And they also restructured Hargrave and Brooks. That opens up a lot. Let's say they even restructured Jake Elliott, Sam Allo, and Slay, all that they can to open something up. That cuts it down to only 5 million cap space to clear. Let's say Jason Kelsey retires. If he were to retire, that would not help. Well, it would, but it wouldn't at the same time. And that just didn't open up space, so let's say we're at 5 million, not where we're at now. I had to trade him, I can't have him retire, so. Actually, let's say Craven gets 925 mil or 925K and not what he's at now. That also opens up something. And then Oh, this is tough. And let's say McLeod gets restructured. I don't know how to do that. How much he'd restructure for. Now, wish I could restructure McLeod because I would. Let's say they trade Andre Dillard. Actually, yeah. So they trade Dillard for a 5th. That makes it. Yeah, that didn't help at all. So let's just negate all moves that due to that move. Say that didn't happen. Yeah, this is a mess. Honestly, this is tough enough just looking through this and trying to do this that you gotta think Howie Roseman's gonna have a very difficult job trying to open up this gap. I would never feel envious for him having to do this. And I think he's gonna come out with a negative result because he's really gonna have to clear out guys that you wouldn't expect to go. And people are gonna get angry, but it is what it is. You've got to clear that cap. So, I guess that's it. This has been the Common Flock Podcast, and we'll see you next time.